the blood and lymph in higher organisms. So lower organisms, they are having this water circulatory system, but higher organisms, they have a specialized circulatory system and the fluid. Okay, they are, one is blood and another one is lymph. These two things are helpful for circulating throughout the body, and they are providing the nutrients. At the same time, they are carrying away the waste substances. So blood, it is the most commonly used body fluid in higher organisms including human beings, and another body fluid is lymph. This is also present in the human being, which is helpful for providing this function. Composition and properties of blood and lymph. The fluid of the body that contains blood cells and plasma, we call it as blood, simply. Okay, so it is a composition of both formed elements and the plasma. So what is plasma? The liquid part of the blood, and solid or semi-solid part of the blood, we call it as formed elements like WBC, RBC, everything. And then what is lymph? If this plasma leaves out the blood at the capillary level, they enter into the or in between these cells. This fluid, we call it as extracellular fluid. If this extracellular fluid enters into the lymphatic vessel, then we say this fluid as lymph. This yellow colored, no, this is lymph. So the composition and properties of blood and lymph, this lymph can be called as the tissue fluid, and the mechanism of circulation of this blood and lymph. So we will say first about the blood. So what is blood? Blood is a special fluid connective tissue that connects almost all the body organs, and it consists of the liquid part plasma and the formed elements like neutrophil, eosinophil, basophil, platelets, macrophages, lymphocyte, red blood cells. And blood is a special connective tissue consisting of fluid matrix, plasma and the formed elements. So what is the fluid matrix? The composition of the water, of the plasma, that may have proteins, enzymes, vitamins. Okay, you just see here composition of blood. Blood consists of 55% plasma, white blood cells and platelets occupy 4%, and red blood cells, they occupy 41%. The top layer fluid, we call it as plasma, and the middle platelets, and the red colored, we call it as RBC. So blood is a special connective tissue consisting of fluid matrix, plasma and formed elements. Plasma is an straw colored liquid part, and it's an viscous fluid, occupies 55% of the blood, and in this 55%, 92% is formed by water, and proteins occupy at about 6 to 8%. So totally 100% formed by water and proteins. These proteins are fibrinogen, globulin and albumin. Next we have to see the functions of the plasma. Components like proteins. The fibrinogen protein, which is essential for clotting of blood during the injury of blood vessel, and globulins, they are primarily involved in defense mechanism by providing or producing antibodies, and albumin is helpful for maintaining the osmotic condition of the blood and acid base balance. Plasma, they contains minerals like sodium, calcium, magnesium, bicarbonate, chloride, etc. So these are helpful for blood clotting, impulse conduction, etc. Also they have glucose, amino acid, lipid, and they also provide energy for our body. And factors for coagulation or clotting of blood are also present in the plasma. They are the platelets. And next we have to see serum. What do you mean by serum? You can see here two components, serum versus plasma, the liquid part of the blood. And from the plasma, if the clotting matter has been removed, then the remaining part we call it as serum. So plasma without clotting factors we call it as serum. And these substances are albumin, globulin, fibrinogen, and our major proteins are present in the plasma, whereas the serum does not have that one.